Hello YouTube, welcome back. Here's the as of yet unadjusted bow. I still need to make these segments more graceful by puffing them up and tweaking them. But for the moment we need to drill nocks. This is a really great technique for making nice round sturdy nocks. A few weeks ago I suggested it as a way because when you make sharp lines in any material really, you're making it weaker. You're creating a point where forces can concentrate and begin to rupture a material. If all the edges are like this round, it's pretty hard to tear things apart. It's much harder. It's much more energy intensive for a crack to spread along a curved surface than a straight one, just for instance. So what I do is I'll take the unfinished sia of this, I'll place it, say, right here. We can measure 1 inch in. I don't want it to be 1 inch down, but about 3/4 inch. So right there. Okay, so here's 3/4 inch. I'll place it over a hole here so I can drill straight through. And then keeping the drill square to the sia. Here we go. How easy is that? Okay, so now you have a nock. Unfortunately, you can't use it because, well, there's no way to get the string there. Whoops. Okay, so much for trying to clean it up that way. Anyway, that's what files are for. But you get the basic idea. Now I'm just going to go and do the exact same thing to the other side in the same place. First, let me make sure this is tightened enough and properly. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Ready to drill. Measure. Here's 3/4 inches in, and there's the spot that I want to drill at. Measure once more. Okay, there and there. That worked a little bit better this time. Okay, we'll be able to knock some of those out and clean it up. Now to finish the nock, let me set the drill aside, unplug it, and set it aside. Now what we want to do is cut our way into the nock itself. Thus, a coping saw. You could use a hacksaw, it doesn't really matter what kind of saw you use. This is pretty darn useful though. I like the fine tooth ones. They cut slower, but they're a little bit more precise and easier to make radii in the PVC. So, okay. You want to start, this would be parallel to the bottom. It's tangent to the circle. You don't want it to be exactly tangent. You want to intercept slightly above the base because you're going to round it off, and this is just a little bit easier to do, and this will create a lip. So make it tangent and then move up just a tiny bit, 1/2 millimeter or, you know, a fraction of an inch. Make sure it's true for both sides and cut. The cool thing is, when you get there, you just fall into the hole you created. There, see, it's done. Now, on the top side, it's a little less problematic. If you want to make it tangent to the top, perfectly tangent, that's fine. It's hard to do, but it's fine. And I say it's hard just because aiming at a particular spot, especially so it's right on both sides like this, isn't the easiest thing in the world. But get pretty darn close if you want. There you go. I know I'm not the first person to do bow nocks like this. I think the first one that I remember seeing was Jason Bratton, Mako, down in Oklahoma. He did something like this, and I thought it was a great technique. Okay, so there. me show you the close-up of the nock. That's basically it. Now, all I'm going to do is take a file, clean up the edges, round it off, make it look nicer, and then I'm going to shape the back. I'm going to cut the back of the seal off like this. Just round it. I'm going to leave it more or less banana-shaped like that. I'm going to do the exact same thing over here, and we'll call it a day. I mean, that's really all there is to it. You can do this in different ways. You could probably... if you had a particular jig, you could probably, or a drill press, you could probably use the bit to just mill it out. It's inefficient if you don't have a milling drill bit, but you could just cut and then pull to create the opening. This is nicer. I think it's better because it's a little bit narrower. Helps to retain the string. A little lip at the end helps. And again, I just think this is the better way to do it. But in PVC, there's rarely a right way to do things. I do appreciate you watching. Thanks very much. Subscribe if you like it. And come and check us out at forum.pvcarchery.org or the Google Plus community for PVC crafting and archery. Lots of cool stuff going on there. Thanks for watching, YouTube.